Lines continue to be crossed in this conflict. Israel targeted a car at a funeral of a senior Hezbollah field commander, killed a day before in an apparent Israeli drone strike. There were casualties, but the crowd was defiant. Hours earlier, a targeted Israeli strike hit a car, killing 3 members of the Lebanese armed group in a southern village, 10 kilometers from the battlefield along the border, and a few kilometers from a similar attack on Wissam al-Tawil. He was the highest-ranking member of Hezbollah killed since the group opened a front to help relieve pressure on its ally Hamas in Gaza. Tawil was killed a week after Hamas's number 2, Saleh al-Aruri, was assassinated in Hezbollah's stronghold in Beirut.
Israel is trying as much as I can to provoke Hezbollah into a confrontation, but once Israel carries out another strike, like in the capital, I think that's when we can say that Hezbollah's policy of deterrence has failed and that its deterrence is indeed eroding.
Hezbollah has retaliated to the killings. It used armed drones to attack an Israeli army base in Safad, some 12 kilometers from the border, the deepest strike inside Israel since confrontations began in October. Days earlier, it targeted an air traffic control base. Israel says the strikes caused minor damage, but the near-daily attacks by Hezbollah have forced tens of thousands of Israelis from their homes. Israel wants security restored and is threatening to expand the war unless that happens.
Hezbollah is promising to fight back without restraint if Israel launches an all-out war. But its Secretary General, Hassan Nasrallah, didn't commit to a major escalation. He hinted that Hezbollah would be open to negotiations with Israel on clarifying the borderline with Lebanon.
The U.S. has been trying to work on a long-term border agreement to reduce tensions, but Hezbollah says there will be no discussions until Israel stops its aggression.
Israel has lost hope in Gaza and in Lebanon, and that is why the foreign delegates are coming to Lebanon to try to start negotiations on what happens after the war.
Despite the attacks, Hezbollah went ahead with burying its commander. So far, the group, through its words and actions, has signaled it wants to avoid a wider war, while Israel escalates and appears to be testing that position. Zeina, Khodr, Al Jazeera, Southern Lebanon.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.